What's up, guys? Clink's Garage here. We are working on a 2003 Subaru Forester, doing basically both the accessory belts, one for the main serpentine and then one for the AC, along with rear sway bar and links. I'm going to walk you through that process, and we'll get started. So, looking down here, here's a list of tools and parts we have. We have both the belts, a tensioner bolt kit, along with the end links. I have my 3/8 impact, my 1/4 inch impact driver, my 3/8 electric ratchet, 12 millimeter and 10 millimeter sockets in the 1/4 and 3/8 drives, along with deep and shallow. We'll need some slightly different tools when we go back to the rear for the end links, but I'll go ahead and do that as well and show you which tools we end up using for that. So to go ahead and get started, you're going to want to take this 10 millimeter bolt off, this 10 millimeter bolt, and this 10 millimeter nut, and it'll give you access to the belts. I apologize. You also want to take this 12 millimeter bolt loose, not all the way out, but just loose. So to start, to get this alternator belt off, you're going to want to go ahead and take this 12 millimeter bolt right here loose, and then unscrew that 12 millimeter bolt, and you'll be able to push the alternator down slightly to be able to pull that belt off. Don't want to take it all the way out, just take it loose. So there's the belt off. Then we're going to go ahead and move to the AC belt. So on the AC belt, it's a little bit more complicated. There is a 12 millimeter nut all the way down there holding the pulley on. You want to crack that loose, and then take that 12 millimeter longer bolt loose as well. That was not very tight, but like I said, crack that loose. And then you should be able there you go. There's both belts loose. So now that I've got that old belt off, we go ahead and match it up with the correct belt that matches it, and then go ahead and slide that back on. You may have to loosen this bottom pulley slightly as you go up. Sometimes it gets a little snug, and it'll allow you to loosen it up more. And then once you're able to pop that on, and make sure it's on all the way around, we're going to go ahead and tighten that pulley back down. You're going to want this belt pretty tight. You don't want a whole lot of deflection in the belt to make sure that it doesn't squeal or squeak. Once you got it to the point where there's really not any deflection, you're going to go ahead and tighten this bottom nut up. You'll tighten the pulley. Once those are tight, we'll go ahead and move on to the alternator belt. So I went ahead, grabbed the alternator belt. We're going to go ahead and slip that on the crank pulley, alternator, and power steering. So now that it's on, you go ahead and accidentally went a little too far on that bolt. You can just go ahead and pick it right back up. Same thing with the AC belt. You want to make sure there's not a whole lot of deflection in it. And then you want to go ahead and tighten it back up. So when you get it started up, you want to make sure that the AC kicks on and that the belts for the AC belt doesn't squeak either. Started up just fine, no squeaks, so we're good to go. So that is how to do a AC and alternator belt on a early model Forester. Pretty sure it's the same pretty much from 2000 all the way up to 2007. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the rear sway bar end links and show you how to do those. All right, so we're in the rear of the vehicle. We're looking at the rear sway bar end link, which is right here. We're gonna go ahead and replace this part. It's badly broken and worn out. It looks like it's already been replaced once before, possibly. So if that's the case, it'll be a different size for a factory one. Factory one should be probably about a 14 or 11 millimeter, possibly. But these will be 17, so they've already been replaced once before, it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these free. tiny. And as you can see, this end link is pretty much destroyed. This top one's actually the one that was broken, making all the noise and racket back here in the back of the car. All loose. So we're gonna go ahead and put in the new one. So got the new end link and 2 new bolts. We're gonna go ahead and pop it on. I may need to jack the car up to be able to get this end link in. So give me just a second. So I basically just put the jack underneath the diff. It kind of jacked it up just a little bit, and then move the boot or move the link arm just a little bit to get it on there. So go ahead and thread this nut. Thread this nut as well. Then we're gonna go ahead and crank them down. So both on there, they're both tight. We're good to go. We'll go ahead and wrap up this video and see you guys in the next one. We are wrapping up the 3/4 repairs, putting tools away and everything, and get the car back to the owner, and we're ready to roll.